that how do we do our normal things, like when we talk about our daily routine. So we see that there are so many tasks that we occasionally do by our own self. So the first slide says that introduction to AI n8n and automate your task like a pro. What does that mean? Let's suppose, let me put forward a scenario. Like, for example, you have to write a message to 100 people, that same message, and that same message says good morning, for example. So what are you going to do? And you have a list in which all the numbers are listed. Now you are going to write down good morning for each number, and that's going to take a lot of time, and that's going to be very hectic. So what do you do instead? You approach something which actually does your which makes your work very easy and automates it. Now the word automate here is basically making things work on their own, so you don't have to put your efforts in it, right? Now it says that we are driving into the exciting world of automation with n8n. Get ready to transform how you handle repetitive digital tasks and unlock your creative potential. So as I told you about the example, that there are things that we do on our daily lives, and those things are basically repetitive. So what we do is, instead, we find a solution, and that is basically doing our job. All right. Now, what n8n is? N8n is pronounced as n8n. All right. This is a basically open source work automation tool. Now, what does that mean? Open source means it's free to use. It's for anyone, for students, for teachers, for developers who are working in industries, wanting to create giant AI agents for some company. So basically, n8n is a tool which is for everyone, in a very simple wording. All right. But to some extent it gets paid, but in some cases it's free. So we will see what are those cases and how can we get it for free, and how can we use it. So now this gives you a scenario. Imagine linking your email, your calendar, and your to-do list so they work together. Now let's get back to a scenario. All right. So this scenario is, you wake up in the morning, and you have to notice that what is my timing to wake up in the morning and to do my usual task. Okay. But you notice that sometimes you're waking up at 8 a.m. and sometimes you're waking up at 9 a.m., but you want to track it. So what you will do, you will simply connect your alarm, your maybe some Google tool which is working as an alarm with maybe Google Sheet. What will happen when the alarm will ring? Okay, so automatically when you're going to stop it, so the time will be saved in the sheet, and then in the end of the month you will be able to see that, okay, so these were the timings I was getting up, like sometimes 8, sometimes 9, sometimes 8, sometimes 10. So this is my waking up zone, so you can actually make a fixed time according to it. Now example could be more better than this, but this was something that I got inside my mind. All right, so n8n is a tool. There are so many tools available in the market, but for today's session we are going to use n8n, because n8n has so many crazy features in it, and we will explore what crazy features are there, and what makes n8n so good that students, teachers, developers, anyone can use n8n. So now now this slide says that why use n8n. Now there are four like reasons for it. Boost efficiency. Now, n8n saves precious time by automating those boring, repetitive tasks that eat into memory. Imagine never having to manually move data between spreadsheets again. Now, as I just gave you examples, that what if your boring task gets exciting when it is like happening on its own. Like you have to take signatures of the people in the office who are coming on a particular time, but you are busy on some other work, and you are asking to some AI agent to do that for you. Is it crazy? Of course it's crazy. Like AI is doing your task, you can focus on something else, so it is basically boosting up your efficiency. Now it says vast integration. All right, so let me explain you this point. What does vast integration means? Now, in n8n, you can connect multiple nodes together, multiple applications together. Just as I gave you the example that you want to track your waking up time. Okay, when are you waking up in the morning? So, what apps are you going to connect? Can I get answers in the comment box? Mm, till now, do anyone have any kind of question, like any kind of?
Okay, Miss Baloch, I think there is no question. We can go ahead.
All right. Okay. So then comes unleash creativity. And what does that mean? By freezing you from mundane work, N8n allows you to focus on creative and important tasks, whether that's designing a project or tackling complex problems. All right. So it is basically saying that you can focus on important tasks rather than wasting your time on unimportant tasks like sending email to 100 people. That's a very boring task, and no one wants to like get involved into it. Rather they want to do something more creative. So n8n helps in this. Open source advantage, like obviously open source means that everyone can use it according to their own needs, right? So our next slide, what it is about, let's see. So what are the basics of n8n? There are three things: trigger, action, and data flow. Trigger, action, and data flow. All right. So before we jump into slides, I want to show you something practical. Okay. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you to one of the videos. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so let me what Zainab is saying. Mm. All right, Zainab, basically, this is about AI agent, and AI agents are some kind of programmer and programming thing that basically helps us in solving our day to day tasks and making things easier. All right. And the basic example, and that we are going also to do in our today's session, that if you have to respond someone with the help of email but you are not available, so your AI agent can do that, and we are also going to make that simple AI agent in our today's class. So this is all about our today's session. Okay, so I have shared a YouTube channel wired by F&A, and that's my personal channel. And I have been working and making, like, there's been a time I haven't uploaded things, but I'm going to show this video to you. And hello, everyone. Today we are going to create a Gmail connection, and for that, I'm going to take Gmail trigger. Going in Gmail, inside you will find on message received. On clicking, you will find credential to connect with. So here we are going to make new credential so that you can know what's the process. For that, I'll be going to Google Cloud Console. I feel like we can do this step by step right now. So you will be having how to make it rather than just looking at it. So let me show you how this will turn out in the end. Email, and we are here in our email portion, and I'm going to send an email to check whether that's working or not. I've sent a email. Now I'm going to execute workflow and let's see what the result is coming out. We can see here that this email has been sent as a reply, and our Gmail node and whole workflow is working fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. And so, what did you get from this YouTube video? Basically, this was about auto replying to certain email that you get. Like if I'm getting some kind of email, so how I can like respond it automatically with the help of an AI agent. Can anyone just tell in their own words that what they did get from this, so I can know that I'm going in a good flow and everyone is understanding it? Because I know a lot of people here are not from the technical background and things might sound very techy, but honestly they are not. And if you just tell me what's confusing and are the things clear, so I will be on that line that okay, we are on a pace. Is everything clear till now? Okay. So here we were. How does n8n work and the basics? It have, okay, it has a trigger, then a connection, and all right. All right, in the case of what will you do? Your Gmail or will find that okay, this is the email I have to send this message on. So that's the trigger, and action will be that it will start sending, and the data flow is that the other person will get that email response in their Gmail box. Okay, now comes the next slide, which says setting up n8n for beginner. Now there are two options: n8n a cloud, which is free account, and the second is n8n desktop app. Now we are not going to go with the n8n desktop app, and we are going to stay in the n8n.cloud. So now I'm going to show you how you can start with n8n. Let me show you my screen. Yes, Zia, you can ask the question. Mm, whosoever have raised the hand, they can ask the question by unmuting themselves.
Oh, okay. Miss Fiza. Uh, uh, yeah. You talked about n8n, and before everything, there are some of our friends that it is very hard for them that they have to understand in English. So once I want to explain a little bit in Persian, then you can continue with your slides. Okay. Um. Some of our friends they send some message in chat box that what is it? What is the session about? If I say in Persian, n8n خودش یک پلتفرم است که مثلا ما گردش کار کمک میکنه برنامه ها یا سرویس هایی که شما استفاده میکنید به هم وصل بکنه و یکی کارها به صورت خودکار انجام شود که معمولا مثلا با کد نویسی این هست که از وقت میشه اینا مثلا مثالشون هست که صورت اتوماتیک ذخیره میسازه و یکی فایده های شما خودکار سازی کارهای تکراری است کم کردن این کم کار داره و یکی ولی مثلا یک اپلیکیشن میتونه بسیار قدرتمند باشه و یکی مهمتر یکی مثل همچنین ساختار داخلی این را که تصمیم کار میکنه بهتون گفت یکی تریگر بود نودس و یکی کنکشن بود که اما مرحله تریگر که شروع کننده میشه این مرحلهش زمانی شروع میشه مثلا رسیدن ایمیل جدید ثبت فرم یا هم زماندی اینا و نودس خب مراحل کارش میشه یا نوت ها بهش میگن که انواع که اونا قسمت بعدیش هم اینستال ها یا کنکشن هست که مشخص میکنه داده ها چه قسم در بین نوت ها حرکت میکنه. So it was all and Miss Baloch can continue please.
All right, thank you, Arezo, for solving that problem and communication gap. And now we can begin with how can we start with n8n. So first of all, you have to come on browser, any kind of Google, Yahoo, whatsoever you use on your laptop or PC, and you can type n8n. You will be directed to their website, which says n8n workflow automation. You can start by clicking it this link. Now we can actually click here at get started. Here I have to give maybe the company email. Let me wait for the verification link. Just a second. Yes, I have got the key. All right. So, or and so I will be starting by writing my name and any kind of password. So maybe it could be anything. And now I can click over here by first clicking at verifying that I am a human. Maybe we have to change the name. We can change the name as maybe. So we are done with our account making. Before it just I have to tell about my company because I don't have a big company and it's just me, so I can just start with it that what it is about. Maybe it's about IT. So we can now start with our n8n automation. This is basically the interface when you are going to come on the n8n, you are going to find this kind of screen. And now you can click here at the plus icon, and by clicking here you can make a project of your choice. So we can session. Workflow is something that you will be creating. Any AI agent that is for any specific work is known as workflow. So this is basically where you are going to create your AI agent. Now, clicking at this, it will ask which kind of application you want to add. So we are going to add Gmail because we want automation on the Gmail. We want whensoever any person sends me email, I should automatically send reply to them by greeting, maybe by saying, "Hello, I'm Fizza Baloch. I will reach out to you in 5 minutes, or maybe after one day at 12 p.m." Maybe like this. So they should be aware that, all right, she will be reaching us after this amount of time. Okay, so now there comes credential. And what does that credential mean? Credential mean that we want the access or the key from Gmail. And for that, we have to go to the Google Cloud Console. All right, here we are going to first agree and continue, and then select a project. We can make a new project. All right, create it. We are going to go here and in the APIs and services, in the credential section, but we haven't yet taken the OAuth consent screen. Before that, we need to select a project, and here it is. Till here, anyone if have any question can ask me. So now we are going to see, we are going to click here at enable. So we can ask Google that can we have your access for Gmail, that whensoever someone taps on the door by sending us email, so we can send them back an automatic email. All right, we are not involved into it, but we can send email to them. We can create credentials. I know the process seems very big, but I have sent you and shown you the video. In the end I will be sharing the link as well, which is also of the same procedure, and it was also done by me. That's my channel, and now you can click here at next. But before that, I think we need to give them permission. Let's write some name to the app. Let's suppose automatic email response. And okay, web application, and then we are going to create. And so we got our key here. We can actually now give it over here, that key. But before that, we have to sign it with Google, and I have to give the access to email. And see, the connection has been built between n8n and Gmail. So we can simply get started with it. Now, what I want is that Gmail should check that in every minute which email has came in the inbox, so it can give response immediately, and when the email is ready, right? So I want that received, the trigger should be activated, and the Gmail should notify us, all right, so there is email in your inbox. Do you want me to send an email back to it? So yeah, now it is saying fetch test event. Maybe we can try this by looking at is it working, what we want to check whether that's working or not, whether our Gmail is able to send back response to the mailer or whosoever is sending us email. Once we are done with this, then we can actually continue with our slides, and then we can come back here. So we saw that how we can get started with n8n. We can click on Google, and we can type n8n, the first link towards n8n, and then we have to make the account by giving our details, and it will direct us to the homepage of n8n. There we can start by adding the applications where we want automation, where we want that things should be done on their own. Okay, so the next slide says creating your first workflow. Now, I already told what a workflow is. A workflow is the AI agent that we are going to build, and a project for that is called as workflow in the n8n. So, first step is to add a trigger node, and we already did that. In our n8n, we already added a trigger node which was of Gmail, and a trigger will be coming. What kind of trigger? If someone sends a mail to our Gmail box, so it will be a trigger for our n8n. Then it says add a condition node. Okay, we will say that all right, some kind of email has been in our Gmail. Now, what's the condition? Okay, there is like an email. Now, first to read it and send that person hello, and I will be connecting with you after 10 minutes, maybe. And add an action node. So, in the action node, we will again be adding Gmail, but this time not a trigger node, but a Gmail node where we can actually send response back to that person. And the fourth step is connect and test. Then we can run our workflow, and if it is fine, so we can say that okay, that's working fine. All right. So this was like the basic steps to get started with your workflow. One is add trigger node, second is add condition node, third is add an action node, and fourth is connect and test. So now we can also read this description. It says this node will be configured to detect incoming emails in your chosen email service, such as Gmail. It's the starting point of your automation. Like the thing that I just said, that Gmail will be listening any, is there any email in your inbox, and whether if there is an email, it will respond back to that email. Second is next we will introduce a condition. This node will check the content of the email, the subject line, or the keywords in the body to decide if an auto reply is needed. Now, this condition is basically what showing what that okay, there is some kind of email, and if that email is genuinely asking for response, so I will be giving it a response. Add an action node, what will happen? That if it has to give a response, what kind of response should it be? And from where it should be going? It will definitely go via the Gmail, because an email has been in the Gmail, so the response will also be going from the Gmail. And then what we will do? We will make a connection, and when we will run so our AI agent will be doing our work by sending an automatic email. Now, it says auto reply to emails with n8n. What does that mean? It says that okay, now we want to auto reply, and we have seen how that will be working. Why this matters for you? A very important question that you guys are learning this with me, that what AI agent is, how we are going to start it, and what n8n is, and everything. So, why this is all important for you? n8n, as I before mentioned, it's for everyone. It's an open source platform, means it's for every person. So anyone can automate their tasks. A student can automate their sending assignments to their teachers. A employee can automate their task by sending their work to the boss. The boss can automate their task by uh, accepting the employers in its office, maybe hiring procedure or something like that. So, coming to this line, why this matters for you: skill development. The first point is the skill development, that if you are getting to know what n8n is, you will automatically will be having one very important skill, which is how to create AI agent, and the very important tool for it, n8n. So when you are going to speak about it in the market or in on the LinkedIn or somewhere, so you will be at a very good reputation, at a very good position, and your profile will be enhanced automatically. The second is practical application. So, what exactly practical application means? That n8n is not a theoretical thing, meaning that uh, n8n tells you how to start it, how to make it, and how can that AI agent make your life easier. All right. The third is tech understanding. Whosoever is a person in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, or in any kind of age group, technology is basically increasing day by day. And everyone has to be in touch with technology, because that is something which is going to be our part. You and I use mobile phones and applications in it daily. Right now, we are also using Google's tool, which is Google Meet, and that's one of the technology that it is giving us access, that I can connect with two people from Pakistan, and you guys are in a different nation. So, what it is like, that's a technology that Google is providing us, that we can connect on a platform online. So, such are the things that we use daily. And then career preparation. If you are going to learn what n8n is and how you can make AI agents, so definitely how it will help you, you will be basically stepping up in your career. Now, whatsoever career you have, like if you are a doctor, it can also help you in that. You can automate your medical data with it, like in terms of if you want to maybe write down all the records of a patient, that okay, at 7 p.m. you visited this particular patient. So there will be automatically a sheet, and you will be saving all your data with all those patients in that sheet. What you're doing, you are automating your task, and in this way you won't be giving a lot of time on this task, but you will be rather giving important time to analyzing and diagnosing the patients, which is way more important task. So these were the things that why learning n8n and AI agents is important for us. The next slide says resources to keep learning. Now, there are four resources listed. Now, first one says free beginner course. Now, there are courses on the YouTube as well. I showed you the link to my video as well. That was auto email response, and how can we do that. So these are the resources. This is one of the resource, like taking help from YouTube. There are resources available. Official documentation, like if someone is into reading, I know you guys have English club, so you are like, most of you are into reading habit, or you might be having this habit, so it's a very good habit, because this will help you read the documentation. Because if you have any kind of technical tool, let's suppose when we talk about n8n or any other tool, so they write a proper documentation, how to get start with it, what it is, and how to use it. So when you are going to read that documentation, you will have a proper idea that okay, I can start like this. So that's another way, that's a resource. You can learn and attend like that. The third is community support. All right. Community support is what? You and I are having are there in a one platform, which is Google Meet, and I'm sharing some knowledge with you, and you can get your queries out here, and we can solve it. So what it is, it's a community support, and it's in a very simple way, it's a community support. But we can also make a WhatsApp group, and there, if any one of you like in the future makes AI agent and gets any kind of query that, okay, I'm not getting a key to certain application, okay, so how can I get that? So that is also one way that you can ask from your peers and your friend, your colleagues, that how can I do this. They can also help you in this in the procedure. This is also one resource to get start with n8n and building AI agents. The fourth is experiment and create. What does that mean? Experiment and create means that open the n8n. I want all of you to open on your laptops n8n, and it's all okay. What you want to do in this meeting, just open n8n, make your accounts, okay, create your accounts, make a project, and just explore with friends, explore with no one how things are going. Because once you know what n8n is and how it can make AI agent, you will it will simply change your life, because it will definitely automate your daily tasks. Now it's n8n is ready to start. Let's build together. Now it has we have already started with n8n, and I mean, we know the basics of n8n, what exactly it is, and how we can start with it. Let's get back to n8n where we left so we can see what it is. I mean, there are a couple of steps, but let's see if we can connect. And if you guys have any question in between, so you can also raise here. Okay, so yes, Javed, you can definitely ask me a question.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am, to you and to every participant here. I was asking, is there any other methods like our futures and Gmail that we create auto reply there without passing this long way? Or is that system work for WhatsApp business, like an AI agent that give to our clients or customers auto reply on WhatsApp?
All right, so your question is basically that, can we go for other tools apart from Gmail? Is that, am I right?
No, ma'am. My question is inside Gmail, is there any features that we do active the auto reply there?
All right, in Gmail we don't have such feature, because Gmail does not give you that authority. You have to create that authority for yourself, and that authority is given to you by n8n. n8n, the tool that we are learning here. I know the procedure seems tricky, but if you will watch one or two videos on YouTube, all right, so you can get to know that, all right, how the things are. Like, if I see a good ratio here in this meeting, and people who are genuinely interested in learning and building AI agent, we can have another session where I can practically teach you how to start and how to end. But back to your question, that Gmail is not having any auto reply feature, there's not only this task, you can do dozens of other tasks. Let's suppose you have your YouTube channel, and you have like hundreds of subscribers, you have so many followers that you cannot respond them in their comments daily, okay? but they want response from you, they want acknowledgement from you. What you can do, you can simply automate that. You can add that, all right, whosoever my subscriber sends me any kind of comment in my comment section, I will my AI agent can send response back to them. All right, so what happened, your subscribers are happy and they are getting response from you, and you don't have to give time by sending them response. It went so easy. Even you can also do it on WhatsApp. Like, if you have a company, or if you have people who actually approach you on WhatsApp, they type you message, but you don't have time to reach out to them. What you can do, you can simply automate it by saying, okay, whosoever sends me a message on WhatsApp, they will get a message that, all right now I'm busy, I'll be free at this time. So by this, you have automated the WhatsApp, and the next person is also happy because they got a response, and your work is also done. So this is a way that we can automate so many things. And the one thing in technology is that technology is so open that just come up with a problem and you can solve it with the help of technology. So anything that comes in your mind, you can definitely automate it via or the with the help of n8n. So I was showing you the n8n. I know the procedure I was showing on n8n was a bit complex because you guys have not yet started. But once you will see it, so you will get knowledge that, okay, that's a very simple thing. So if I tell you, this is my Gmail trigger, this will simply tell me who have sent me a message. Okay. Now, this Gmail trigger will tell me, okay, let's suppose Javed has sent me a message or email on Gmail. So, now what I have to do, I have to connect another Gmail node, but this time, this will be like send a message, because I have to send message to the person. So, I will go here and I will write, these are already selected. I have to send a message, and operation will be send, and the email email will be like, let's say we can take it from here, like person who will be sending me email. So I can take it and right here. What I did, I simply did that. Okay, Rezo send me an email, so her email will be saved in this label, and I can simply take this label and put it in this section, which is basically I will be sending an automatic email to this particular person. Now, subject I want to write is greetings, and this will be the message that will be going to every person. And I'm saying, hello, this is Fizza Baloch.
Sorry, ma'am, but we cannot see your screen. Please share your screen.
Sorry. Mm, is it visible now?
Yes.
All right. So this is Fizza Baloch, and so here I have written my automatic message that will be going to all the people who will be sending me message. Like, the subject will be like greetings, and message will be, this is Fizza Baloch, and I will be free at 12 p.m. Okay, so we can simply close it. Now you can see here there are two Gmails connected. Okay, this Gmail is basically trigger Gmail, which is that if someone sent me any mail, so my Gmail will automatically notify me, and the email will be sent to them. And what kind of email will be sent to them? We can see by clicking here. In the subject section, we will be having greetings, and in the message, it will be hello, this is Fizza Baloch, and I will be free at 12 p.m. And um, we can get connected at that time. Simple. Now I'm happy, the person is happy, and the work is done. Okay. Maybe I can write some other email. Um, Let me write my other email. Hmm. Yes, Arezo, you can ask a question.
Okay, thanks, Miss Fiza. Just I want to say the time is, it means it's flying, and try to, it means conclude.
All right, so let me just conclude it. Just wait a second. So this is a two-node auto reply to any kind of email. Okay, because for this you need two different emails, which will be sent to the person who has sent you and the person who has sent you. Send you email, you can write it over here, and the other person can have their email over here. All right, so it is also right now it's showing green tick, means it is correctly working. All right. So this is basically about the n8n, and our session is almost complete because it was that how we can make a simple auto email response thing, and we already have done that by just adding two simple nodes. Nodes means two applications. In this case, I have added two Gmail applications. One is trigger and the second is sending a message. So if anyone have any kind of question regarding the lecture, regarding the n8n, regarding this particular workflow, they can definitely ask question. All right. Arizo, you can go first.
So, yeah, the first one, thank you so much, Miss Fiza. That was such a nice session. Also, we learned about how to, it means, create some accounts, and also know about n8n. Even if it was the first time that I hear about this one, so it was so nice. And also, because time is also getting over, I just want to, it means, just conclude. It means somehow in version, maybe some people they need that one. خب بچه ما امشب در کل وقتی این شناختیم که چی هست به که مراحل کار ما همچنان در گوگل سرچ کنین در اونجا n8n بعدش هم میرین یک اکانت تان میسازین ثبت نامتون که اونجا شامل با اون نام ایمیل و همچنان پسوردتان میشه که برای که تایید یعنی ورود بزنین که یک قسمی اما اکانت رو میتونین بسازین مثل ای که مس بلوچ بهتان راهنمایی کرده که فایده هایش هم است که مثلا استفاده میتونین یک کار یعنی و یکی کارتان خلاصه که آسان میسازه و یکی به راحتی و همچنین مدیریت ورکفلو ها هست که صورت آنلاین است و یکی همچنان همکاری تیمی یا همشوری مثلا یادگیری سریع که در کل کسی که مثلا مکتب میخوانن یا هم دانشگاه ای برشون خیلی ای برنامه میتونه برشون مثلا مفید باشه مخصوصا در قسمت یادگیری مهارت مخصوصا در آینده میخواین کار بکنن که همون انتقال خودکار معلومات ها بین همچنان ارسال بعضی پیام یا ایمیل ها به صورت خودکار میشه و همچنان از همین ضایع شدن وقت جلوگیری میکنه در کل و همچنان کمکش به یادگیری همین تکنولوژی و کامپیوتر اینا مهمه و در کل مثال های ساده شو مثلا میتونیم بگوییم که مثلا بعض وقتا استاد بهتون کارخانگی میده به خاطر از اینکه کارخانگیتون نره شما از برنامه استفاده میکنین که همون تکلیف کارخانگیتون در گوگل شیت ذخیره میشه یا همون ساعت که مثلا فرض مثال ساعت 8 شب مثال مثلا اگه در تلگرام باشه یا هر چیز دیگه بهتون یک نوتیفیکیشن میاد قسمی بهتون کمک میکنه. خب مثالشون مس فیزا بهتون ذکر کرد. And also thank you so much from Miss Fizza. This was such a nice and from all of our friends who joined here. And now, if anyone who has any question, so they can raise your hand. But others, if you don't have any question or anything else, so you can um leave the session. So I think just about Miss Sahar, you have I think some questions, so you can ask.
Hello everyone. I don't know. Yes. Hello everyone. I have a question. However, at first I couldn't pay enough attention to words. But I have a basic question. Maybe my question is too weird. But by the way, I'm here to know how you can find this application or how you can access to this application. Is it like ChatGPT or another translator application? We should install it. How you can find it?
Okay, so your question is that how can we find n8n, right? All right. So it is simple. You can go to your Google account. Okay. You can type there n8n n at n. I will be sharing PPTs and kindly Arizo send with all the participants. So if they want to get started with what n8n is and how to get start with it, so they have the basic guide with them. So, Sahar, basically, what you have to do is you have to open your Google browser. You have to search n8n over here. And when you will be searching n8n, then you will have to make an account over there by giving your name, your email address, and by giving your password. And it will actually bring you here in the a screen which is basically shown right now on the Google Meet. And then you can start by adding the applications. Like in this case, I have added Gmail. So you can add so many applications. Like I gave the example of WhatsApp, I gave the example of YouTube, and this was one of the example like Gmail. So you can add so many applications that you can come across. All right, anyone if have any question, if Sahar it's not clear, you can ask me again.
Okay, Miss Baloch, I only have a question. My question is that I learned about the Python and also about Java. I didn't start, but I would like to start that one. And beside of that one, you introduced about the n8n. Um, about it means some applications like Python or Java. It is for coding or programming. Does it help or help us, or does it have any relationship to n8n?
And that's very good question, Arezo. I must appreciate for asking this question. Why this question is good, one thing I want to tell that see, we are living in a technical era, but so many of people don't like to code. Like there are so many people who say that okay, programming is boring, but they also want to get into this technical thing, but still they find coding is boring. So for them, n8n like products have come in the market, which is basically low code, no code tool, where you don't have to code. There's no need of like coding, like to learn any kind of language. Okay, so there is no need to start with Python or Java. It's basically a simple application which is known as n8n. You have to have the basic knowledge of what applications are, like Gmail and YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, all these applications. Okay, so one thing in the last I will be telling you. So there's no need of learning any kind of language. This tool is created for all the people around the world who know the languages, who don't know the languages. Okay, so yes, one example is coming in my mind that I wanna share, that if someone wants to create an Instagram page where they want to share the stories, but those stories are AI generated, because that's also happening and that's very common nowadays in the market. So what happens is that you can do that in the n8n. You can definitely create stories on n8n by certain tool, and that will automatically be uploaded on your Instagram stories, and by that you can have your account where stories are uploaded, where peoples are connecting with you. So like there's so much you can do with n8n, and just come across with an idea and get start with it. If someone is interested into it, I can share the resources, or maybe we can schedule a different class where based on what you say we can make that model or the AI agent. Any other question?
Okay, thank you, Miss Baluch. And that was, yeah, I got my answer, and that was so nice. And also thanks again because of everything. And now I think no one has any question. And also the time is also getting over. So we have to say goodbye for everyone. And Miss Baluch, have a bye. Bye bye.